so much for inviting me to this night. I interviewed Georgia for my podcast about her amazing book, The Bucket List, which you hopefully all have read or should buy, or it's a great holiday gift. Anyway, she's amazing, and it was so nice of her to include me, so thank you to Georgia. And I also just want to thank my husband, Kyle, for coming down to this women event and supporting me. So, I kind of struggled with this topic, I have to be honest. I don't know about the other women, so I don't know. I did my best. I called it Holiday Gifts. It's more of an essay than a performance, but I'll try not to read too much. I think it needs to come out right away, my doctor says, looking at the ultrasound screen. The plastic wand slides over my stomach like a beginner at an ice rink, jerking this way and that, stopping occasionally. The jelly oozes over my bare skin, reminding me of all the ultrasounds I've had, facilitating the exits of my 4 children. This one is different. The doctors have been watching a small uterine fibroid of mine for years as it has grown bit by bit, never large enough to warrant much attention. No symptoms, just a benign tumor in my uterus, a collection of tissues and muscle cells. Now I constantly feel bloated. I look pregnant. I bleed for a month straight. I feel like a child crying. My tummy hurts. It's right after drop-off one day in early December, smack dab in the midst of holiday chaos, Hanukkah shopping, school concerts, holiday card addressing, and sparkling parties. I'm under the bright fluorescent lights in a small exam room, listening to my breath go in and out, waiting, the wand. Yeah, it has to come out, the specialist says. The rapid growth is suggestive of it no longer being benign. Let me see when the next opening is on my schedule. No longer benign, so malignant? Cancerous? Is that what she was saying? The specialist takes the makeshift condom off the wand, throws it in the garbage, and walks towards the door, the sound of her high heels clicking out of place in this disinfected sanctuary. Hopefully we can do it laparoscopically, but we won't know until we get in there. My fibroid is now as big as a grapefruit. It redecorates my insides, moving organs into new places, changing the design, and it might be cancerous. I get dressed hastily. I don't have time for surgery. I don't even have time to make an appointment for surgery. Although if the fibroid is cancerous, who even cares about all the little things I have to do? If the fibroid is cancerous, then that's it. My to-do list would be permanently undone, a joke. And what about my kids? Something bad happening to me and leaving them without a mother is my deepest, darkest fear. The very thought of it inspires intense panic that jolts me upright in the middle of the night, gasping for air, sweating, panicking. Could that really be happening now? I walk down the corridor into the doctor's small, warm, carpeted office, overflowing with books, and sit down at her wooden desk. We'll do the hysterectomy next Wednesday, she said, her eyes staying on the screen. I don't think we'll have to take the ovaries. Wait, she isn't talking about taking out the fibroid. She's talking about taking out the entire uterus. I start asking a million questions. What that means? Will I be in menopause? No. The process. My Christmas vacation plans go up in smoke. The family trip to Jamaica, the week-long escape, and the kids go to their dad's with my new husband of only 3 months. I picture myself ripping up old-school plane tickets, the shreds fluttering slowly down to the ground. I see my son's Christmas chapel, my daughter's school play, my little one's gymnastics awards, my empty seat, everything I'll have to miss. I don't have time for this. It's easier to think about the short-term logistics than what it would mean to have cancer, to die from cancer, like my close friend Paige dying of ovarian cancer and leaving behind her 5 children. Am I going to be next? I pick up the phone to text my husband. My finger pauses above the screen. Fast forward. I'm being wheeled on a stretcher through Mount Sinai Hospital. I'm unconscious, still under anesthesia. I won't remember it. I'm pushed into an elevator with strangers who are checking their phones, texting. I've just had a 4.5-hour surgery. The fibroid was bigger than they thought. My organs were stuck together from previous C-sections and had to be filleted apart, the specialist expertly separating them like a sushi chef. I imagine her doing this with her high heels. My husband, mom, and best friend are 2 floors above me, waiting. My husband paces, unable to wait another minute. My mother talks and talks, telling so many stories about me that my husband finally says, "Hey, it's not her funeral." My best friend has taken the train in from Philly, missing work, to be there for just a couple hours until she races back to her kids' school pickup and hockey tournament. I'll see her for 2 minutes before she has to go. No one expected the operation to take so long, to hurt so much. I wake up to see her smiling face. "You did it, Swibble! I love you! Gotta run!" Then my husband leaning over me. My honey," he says, looking into my eyes. "Are you okay?" He looks so scared. My mother starts ordering everyone around behind us, wanting me moved upstairs. I can barely talk. "Was it cancer?" I ask. "No cancer," my husband says, softly smiling. I fall back asleep. I'm at home in bed. My little toddlers snuggle under the covers in the early morning, Paw Patrol on TV. It hurts to move. The pain comes in waves, taking my breath away, making me grimace, grab anything nearby, and squeeze. The kids don't really understand, of course. I load up on painkillers. They don't like to see Mama in pain. My 10-year-old twins barely slow down, asking me to sign school forms from bed, popping in and out. I'm typically a whirling dervish in the mornings, short order cook, a fashion consultant, a luggage handler, a logistics coordinator. Now I try to do it all from bed. "Don't forget your leotard," I yell to my daughter as she tromps down the stairs to school and gymnastics. "Show me your homework, wait," I scream at my son, who's attempting to leave without my signing his planner, as parents are instructed to do. The little guys start getting ready for preschool. I feel suddenly ancient, way past my 41 years, robbed of that central piece of motherhood machinery, barren. The absence of my uterus aches in ways that far exceed the surgery. Am I even still a woman? I reflect on my gender, my body, rewriting the script. It's Christmas Eve. The kids have left for a week with their dad. I stand alone in the playroom, the recently opened Hanukkah gifts balancing precariously in discarded piles. Will the kids even remember what they got when they return? Only their begrudgingly written thank you notes might jog their memories. The house is so quiet, still. The chaos and screaming and laughter are suddenly on mute. I want to cry. I can't bring myself to look into their rooms. I can't decide, should I keep the kids' bedroom doors open or closed? Suddenly, I get the idea to donate many of the kids' gifts to children who were stuck in the hospital that Christmas. I pull down the wrapping paper rolls from the closet shelf, grab a little kid's scissors, scotch tape, and slowly get on my hands and knees, grimacing. I wrap the unopened gifts, folding, cutting, ripping, slicing. I put music on. Sound fills the room again. I handwrite a card, photocopy it, and tape one to each present. Hours later, when I finish the whole task, my husband and his dad whisk them off to make the donation deadline at the hospital. I creep back downstairs and slowly crawl into bed. I've aggravated the wound. It hurts. I'm alone in the house under the cool sheets. Silent night. And yet I feel so full, knowing I've given back even when something was taken away from me. I shut my eyes. All is bright. This holiday season, naughty or nice takes on a different meaning. This time, my body is the one being naughty, hiding things from me the way I used to hide cigarettes from my mother, stashing them away in my always boxes. Don't tell her, I have not read this to her. My body is breaking the rules, rebelling, forcing me to jettison fundamental parts of myself. Nice is all I have left, to be nice, to think of others, to brighten their holiday when mine is so dark, to connect. The hospital coordinator sends me a picture on Christmas. A group of kids, thrown together by their own body betrayals, are holding my presents, smiling ear to ear, a hospital worker in a Santa costume next to them. "Thank you," they say. Naughty or nice. I can't help my body's naughtiness, but I can choose to be nice.
Zibby Owens. We have one more story.